You know what really struck me? On the morning of October 7, while Israelis were still being slaughtered in their homes, people were already marching for Palestine. Before Israel even fired back, before the world had time to process the horror, thousands were in the streets, celebrating. Shalom, I'm Igal, your host, and this is Middle East in less than 5 minutes. And today I want to ask a hard question. When people say they are marching for Palestine, what are they really marching for? The timeline no one talks about. Let's go back to that weekend. Saturday morning, October 7, 2023, Hamas launches its massacre. Civilians butchered in their homes, children dragged away, families burned alive. Israel is still counting its dead. The army hasn't even responded yet. And on that very same day, the flags went up. In Yemen, in Turkey, in Iraq, in Iran, in Morocco, in Lebanon, in Jordan. Crowds poured into the streets waving Palestinian flags, burning Israeli ones, chanting from the river to the sea, and resistance is justified. Not after the airstrikes, not after Gaza, before. The first protest in the West started a day later, October 8. New York City, Berlin, Ottawa, Chicago, Sydney. Everywhere the same chants: Free Palestine, occupation is a crime, Palestine will be free. But here's what you didn't hear. No mention of babies killed in cribs, no condemnation of Hamas, no mourning for Israeli civilians, just celebration, as if a terror massacre was something to cheer. Let's call things what they are. If these rallies were truly about peace, they would have started with grief, not glee. If they were truly about Palestinian freedom, they would condemn the terrorists who rule Gaza and sacrifice Palestinian children as human shields. But they didn't, because for too many of these protesters, it was never about Palestine. It was about rage, about vengeance, and yes, about Jews. That's why the signs didn't say "end Hamas violence." They said resistance is justified. That's why protesters didn't chant "Free Gaza from Hamas." They chanted "From the river to the sea," which in plain language means no Israel at all. You can call that activism if you want. I call it applause for terror. The hard truth. By the time Israel even declared war, the narrative was already written. Hamas wasn't the aggressor, it was the oppressed fighting back. That script spread faster than any rocket. And the truth got buried under slogans. That's the power of propaganda. It turns horror into resistance, and murder into a movement. So when you see those marches with their flags and chants, and righteous anger, ask yourself, where were they on October 7, when Hamas live-streamed the massacre? They were in the streets, waving flags. So I'll leave you with this. If your protest starts before the victims are even buried, it's not about justice, it's about hate. That's Middle East in less than 5 minutes. I'm Igal, your host. If this episode made you think, share it, because truth doesn't trend unless we make it. Shalom.